Hey guys, welcome back to War number 7 in Alliance War Season 24. So on our team today we've got Gladiator Hulk, Iceman, and Magneto. This first fight is just a hazard shift sorcerer supreme, so nothing too crazy here with Iceman. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I wish I could get like perfect fights every single war, but unfortunately, you get more realistic fights with me for the most part. Not every decision is 100% perfect, and sometimes nothing, goes the way we want. And unfortunately, with this one, um, uh, I also lost some recordings, which is annoying. But I'll go through what fights I had anyway. Um, but this first one's pretty straightforward. Um, just I'm not like I'm much better at evading. Even though I took that one on the block, I'm much better at evading her special 2 than her special 1. So if I can, I'll push her to special 2, but at the same time, she's naturally gaining power, so I don't want her to get to a special 3. So I'll just take those like first 2 hits on the block and evade the third one. Again, just try to get, I'd rather evade that special 2. There I can evade it clean and attack back in. Usually when I fight a Sorcerer Supreme, I'm doing it with Doc Ock, and I'm just shutting down her power altogether. So normally I don't have to evade her specials if I see her in any content, usually. And she's usually on power gain nodes. That's where you've seen me take on Sorcerer Supreme before. And there we go. First fight done. Next on the list we've got this Sasquatch. Now hindsight's 2020. I could probably have gone in with Warlock and it probably would have been easier. I figured both Warlock and Gladiator Hulk would have to dance around between A, when he goes into Wrath, and B, can only hit him during the poison phase, not during the incinerate phase. Gladiator Hulk has the special 1 consistent heal block and a stun, but Warlock, if the infections are up, would have prevented him from healing at all. So I don't know. I was thinking they're both XL champions. I think if I had to do it again, I'd probably go with Warlock instead. The beginning of the fight works out pretty well with Gladiator Hulk, but the end of the fight is rough. I think it would have been hard with either one of them. I think this is really tough placement because you can only really hit into him during one phase, and plus he's going to be going into Wrath. So, and when he's in Wrath, you can't stun him, so it makes it that much harder. So you can see even here, even though I'm in the Incinerate phase, I'm just hoping that my masteries are going to keep me, prevent me from getting the Incinerates, at least on the hits when I have the parry active. So I'm just taking a chance there. As opposed to just I'm not gonna sit there and try and evade him against the wall. I'm not that I'm not that good at it. So even here you can see I'm just going parry 1 hit, even though the incinerate phase is up, and I got pretty lucky there that I didn't trigger anything. I think later on I do. Here, even in the Wrath phase, I was able to attack in. Now again, it's a super long fight. It's a lot. See there, now I'm kind of stuck. So there I took an incinerate, so now I was nervous to do it again, but I'm stuck against the corner, so now I'm taking some incinerate damage. So that was kind of annoying. But again, and that would have been the same case whether I had Warlock or Gladiator Hulk. I think it's this end part where he starts getting his healing. Now, I can get the heal block on my special 1 consistently. The problem is, again, dancing in between the 2 phases makes it that much harder. So here now, I've got the poison phase active. I can attack in, but he's in Wrath. So I've got to play around that. So I was still able to get there. That was kind of annoying. I took that combo, but I actually got a little bit of willpower healing back. I think because I was out willpowering his the debuff he puts on me. But now I've got I'm stuck again, where I've got I took some incinerates, because it's a little crazy here. And I don't trigger the healing. I triggered the fury. So at least I guess I guess to my advantage, the fury worked out, because now I can out damage him a little bit more. I'm able to squeeze out this one. I really only needed him for the one fight, and I got him through it. So maybe Warlock would have been better, but yeah. Now phase 2, I had a Gladiator Hulk on Window of Opportunity stun when I open, and I crushed him with Magneto. I had a Doom on Window of Opportunity stun, crushed him with Magneto, and I had a Nick Fury on the Kinetic Transference Power from Afar, and I had a beautiful fight with Iceman, where I used an invulnerability boost and tanked like 4 special 3s in a row and took him out in that beautiful solo. Unfortunately, I lost the recording on that one. So I didn't want to put in like duels or anything just to confuse anyone, so I just kind of skipped over those. Now I go onto the junior account. I kind of made a mistake here. I forgot about that I wouldn't be able to get to a special 3 on the strike counter node against Wasp. So I brought in Guillotine 29, Doc Ock, Mr. Fantastic. You've seen me do this before. This is so I can help on the Apocalypse boss. And here, I think I even make a small mistake against this Wasp, but the problem is I'm just not going to, because of the strike counter, I'm not going to be able to actually get to a special 3 on this node. So I think I screw up at one point soon, but then whatever, I just take this out, and then we find another way to get the charge. So there, I accidentally threw a special, I think, when I had the power sting on me, and that was the dumb mistake there. I think I was already frustrated at this point that I kind of screwed up, that I wasn't going to be able to get my charge here, and I had to think of another way to get the charge. But we came up with one, so that's fine. So the Wasp goes down. Next, we jump into the boss circle. We've got Magneto against this Cosmic Ghost Rider with Hurt Locker and Enhanced Special 1. So boost up a tiny bit, and then going with Magneto. I'm not too worried. I'm pretty confident evading Cosmic Ghost Rider's Special 1. So here we go in, and we're just going to go ahead and parry heavy, build up those prowess, and drop a nice Special 3 on him, I believe. Just have to be a little careful of his special 1. And I think we get some nice evades on it. I think I can actually, I've been getting pretty good at it. I'm pretty sure I can counter right in afterwards. There we go. So if you evade it nicely, you can just counter right back in. So again, we just build up the prowess, drop a Special 3, and crush him into a little metal ball. So down goes Cosmic Ghost Rider. So then here we came up with a plan. I had a teammate with the House of X Magneto. Goes ahead, puts the guidance boost on this MODOK that has brute force, spry, limber, and if I don't have to worry about the limber, then I can just parry and counter. I'm not going to have to worry about the brute force too much, just have to bait his Special 1s. So Guillotine 29 is a metal champ, so she will benefit from the guidance. So you can see here, I can just parry and get the passive stun the entire fight and don't have to worry about it. I've also got my synergy with Doc Ock and Mr. Fantastic, so I'm putting on the power stings on him. So just let him throw his Special 1s I'll just go ahead, parry, and do like 1, 2, maybe 3 attacks in afterwards, and just build up to my special 3, let him keep spamming his special 1s, and that's fine. And then as I go, obviously as I build up my charges, as I build up my hit count combo, he's going to be taking more and more damage. So it's a little slow, but it works really perfect with this, with the House of X Magneto pre-fight. As long as I can keep up my evades on his special 1, sometimes they can be tricky. But it's not too bad. So even after my screw up earlier, I felt pretty good that I could get this charge for Guillotine 2099. And then I thought I was recording my first fight against Apocalypse on the boss, and it turns out that it wasn't, and I screwed up. I don't know if I probably just flinched at some point, and I took like a combo to the face, and I died. I lost my combo, and I died too early, and I barely did any damage on the boss on my first run. But I healed back up and went in even without the pre-fight, and did a pretty good job on the boss. And it just makes me feel that if I would have just done that the first time, obviously, then I think I could have gotten another APOC boss solo. But unfortunately, I didn't get it today, and someone else also had a Guillotine 2099 as backup and came in and finished him off. But this MODOK, we're just going to get him to 5%. So he goes down to 4 there, drop a special 3, get the charge, even though we screwed up with it. We weren't going to win this war anyway, so I didn't feel that bad. We just got, we played pretty well, but got outplayed by the other team, so kudos to them. You can't really complain. So you can see I messed up the first fight there, but I heal up and I go in, and we do as best we can here. So all things considered, it's still good practice against the Apocalypse boss. Nice little intercept there. Now I have been trying on the side to try and figure out how to consistently evade his specials, or at least try and mitigate the damage from his specials. And I think I actually go for the full, not on this one. So this one I took a ton of damage on those hits, but I'm just nervous that if I screw up the evade, then I'm going to ruin my entire fight. But I think I just throw, at one point, I just throw caution to the wind and just go for the full, I think, special 2 evade, and it worked out nicely. So it's possible to do it. It's just, I've looked into trying to evade his special 1, or at least partial evade, and some evades I'm really good at, and some evades they're really difficult. Whether it's just like a millisecond of timing difference, but that small millisecond makes all the difference in whether or not you get full evade, a partial evade, or you just get clipped by it. So there, I got a nice intercept to take off the protection. Again, I triggered protection again, so I think I'm going to try and get another intercept if I can. And here I think I'm just going to push him to special 2, because I think another special 1 I'm not going to be able to take. Now here I know he's got 2 things of protection, so I definitely want to get an intercept if I can. Now he's up to 3 stacks. I think here, go for the full evade on the special 2. That one was great. Now we get another intercept there. Took off 2 stacks of protection. And I think we're almost done here. So, considering we didn't have the pre-fight, I'm sure if we had the pre-fight, I don't usually need 100. I only need like 70 or 80 hits to take him down. So, 126, I think I would have taken him out no problem. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way this time. But good luck, and we'll see you in the next one.